Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the broadcast. The name's Danny. We're gonna have some fine Counter-Strike today. It's going to be Team Spirit going up against Fragsters, or shall I say Ex-Fragsters, as looks like the guys don't have an organization, which is obviously a bit of a shame, you know, Ex-Fragsters. It looked like one of the top European up-and-comers, so it's a bit of a shame and quite interesting to note that an organization hasn't been able to pick them up. I don't think they have some sort of unreasonable expectations from an org. Maybe one day they will get picked up, but for now, they're going to be playing underneath the name Ex-Fragsters. They will be playing up against Spirit here on Nuke. And they will be starting things off here at the T side. They did, I think it was Team Spirit that ended up winning the knife round. Thus, they will start things off here on the CT side as quite expected. Overall, heading into this matchup, you might have seen that on HLTV, both of these teams have got a pretty decent win record on a map like Nuke, and they also to be tending to be one of those fewer teams that end up playing a map like Nuke. So it should be quite interesting to see how both of these teams will fare up. Ex-Fragsters, we do get to see Loma, the one investing in some of that utility. Not sure where will he be deploying it just yet, but the way the Fragsters players are moving, wow. They're already making their way towards outside. Dafka's doing a very good job of just tapping these players down, and already it's down to the 3 remaining Danes here towards the outside area. Dafka's got to be quite careful about that one, but he still wins the fight against Goldsman? I think the man's name is Dragonfly. And for now, with that being dropped, obviously Fragster's going to have to recover said bomb. I'm not sure how Stavin is going to be able to do it, but there's still a decent amount of time left on the clock. A whole minute and 10 seconds to work with. So even though he is the last man standing, he might just be able to make this round a bit more expensive here for Team Spirit, or at the very least, get some money in his bank. Of course, to do so, he will have to find some of these kills here, Stavin. Slowly but surely, he's going to try to shift here on the upper bomb site. There doesn't seem to be a player here from Team Spirit looking towards the A site. So actually, Stavin might just be able to sneak past through this defensive. Of course, slowly but surely, he is making his way towards the garage area. Will it be looked by one of the CTs? Yes, it will, and Sotvik will be the first one to go down. Right now, it looks like Dafkos reveals his position, and of course, Dafkos doesn't really have the most amount of HP, so if anything, Stavin will try to continue on with the 1-on-2. It's looking quite possible, but no, Demo will find the last kill, and yes, that will be the very first round here for Team Spirit. They end up picking up the pistol round, I'd say, well, in a pretty convincing fashion, you know. We saw that Ex-Fragsters had a pretty interesting idea. They decided to go towards the outside area and run towards the garage, but of course they didn't anticipate a guy like Dafkos to be in the upper area and just shut him down one by one. So it was quite interesting to see how success they were able to find. Right now, Team Spirit, on the back of their victory, they have invested in those SMGs. Even the auto shot in the handsome Someday Young. Oh, he'll have a field day. A lot of these players coming towards the lobby. Someday Young will find 3 kills with the auto shotty. His teammates there to boot him up with the SMGs, and yeah, it's going to be another clean round here for Team Spirit. And of course, this being the 3rd round, an investment is coming through here from Fragsters. They have decided to make the purchase here of the AK-47s. They have also a decent amount of utility to work with, so it's going to be very interesting to see. Will Fragsters decide doing this round? Stavin deploys a smoke grenade. Where does it land? Oh, it lands in the rafters, it seemed like. Oh no, in the heaven area. That's even better. And what's even worse is that we're stuck on the smoke grenade, folks. I can't get out. I'm pressing spacebar like a madman, but I can't get out of the smoke grenade. It happens. There seems to be a bug that seems to occur from time to time on GoTV. Once the smoke ends up dissipating, we will be able to see. Oh, there you go. There we go. That's much better. We did miss quite a lot of action, so that's a bit of a shame, guys. But this is still looking quite good here for Fragsters. It's a 3-on-2 scenario in which the Team Spirit players is actually Stavin. He is anticipating the one guy to be up on the, what do you call it, turbulent thingy? I think so. Anyway, that's going to be killed there for Stavin. It's now all up to Someday Young trying to clutch this one out against the 3 remaining T players. Of course, Stavin is the one who has been able to rack up a lot of kills. The man's got 4. Pretty much going to try to get the ace at this point if possible. He does only have 1 HP, but I can't really say that's big of an issue by him having a sniper rifle, with it being 1-shot potential. It is quite interesting how slowly Fragsters are playing this one. They're very much anticipating the aggression here from Samdayang, but I don't think they're going to be able to see it anytime soon. In fact, oh, look at that. That's some poor timing. Samdayang could have been able to spot out those players going towards the garage, but as Samdayang is now heading up the heaven area, can actually see any of these players. Oh man, they're so low in HP. If only Samdayang knew. In fact, if he ends up getting the peak, you will see one of the players. Oh no, he sees both of them. Easy kills here for Samdayang, and he did not. No, he. Oh man, even though he ends up denying the bomb plant, he still can't get the victory as Dragonfly was very much close by. And at the 5-second mark, he is able to get the kill on Samdayang. So overall, that was some great heroics there from the remaining CT, except he wasn't able to pull it off. Anyhow, we will see Team Spirit now still have a somewhat interesting investment. We also do have the Deagle in the hands of Satvik. Some of the players have decided to opt for these SMGs, and oh, as you look at the speed that Stavin has made his way towards defense, Davkos checks it. That's going to be an easy quick scope for him, and most importantly, an early kill here for Team Spirit. Coldy, I guess he's hoping to improve his weaponry situation. He ends up dropping the UMP for an AK-47. Oh, Satvik sees the shadow. Easy kills there for Satvik. There could be a lot more players coming. He can actually find any of these kills. He will be overwhelmed, but at this point, Fragsters finally are able to get the kill here on CT side. In fact, the second one, thanks to Dragonfly, so things have to even up. So 3-on-3 scenario with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. It does look like Fragsters will continue on pushing here on the A-bomb site. As the T's, all three of them making their way through garage. There still seems to be one player here in the lobby. There's Samdayang getting the first kill. And of course, he ends up dropping the bomb carrier. So things are looking pretty bad here for Fragsters. Les Torben, that AK-47 isn't get anything done here. Apparently not. He will be overwhelmed here. And that's going to be another round here for Spirit. In fact, very much so, because they ended up winning this round. They have reset the economy of Fragsters. If anything, the T players must go for an eco. There's no other way of putting it. And oh, okay. Also, they won't go for the standard eco. They have decided to go for the force spine, which it also makes sense. I can't lie to that. It obviously makes a lot of sense because Ex-Fragsters, they had their money all over the place. They had players who had around $1,400. One of them, Dragonfly, had even $3,700. So yes, the economical situation wasn't even. So with this force spike coming in, they obviously have a chance of winning the round. And most importantly, if they end up losing it, no worries. One more eco, and you're very much back in the game. Yeah, some of these T players have been able to acquire the outside control, which ain't looking too shabby for them. However, with the acquisition of outside control, where shall they go? Seems to be, to me, it seems to be likely that they might try to go towards secret. They have smoked off Satvik here from the mini garage. I'm not sure will they anticipate a player to be in the big garage. But as we do get to see the Fragsters players, they are slowly but surely heading towards secrets, I'd say. One of the players has definitely made his way not only in the secret area, but also towards heaven. So I'm not sure if he will be able to find any of these kills. As of now, Fragsters are playing some very slowly, and finally Dragonfly, the man who's made his way towards the B-bomb site, will be overwhelmed by Dima. So what shall they do, Fragsters? They have to commit to the bombs, and then right now Colby in a position where he should see Stavin. Not only that, he should be able to get that kill, but Stavin Jingle peeking here in heaven. Can he find the kill? Yes, he can. This means that they haven't got a chance to overwhelm say bomb site. I think there's only 2 players here. They definitely have a chance here, Fragsters, and in fact, they are able to do so with 4 players remaining, and all of them being softened up. They still have a decent amount of time to plant the bomb. It's just that for Team Spirit, there's Dima and Davka surviving, that's for certain, but the 2 players are so low in HP, so it wouldn't be too surprised if they just, decide to save their guns. That seems to be about it, what Dima and Davkos are thinking. They're definitely going to try to save their weapons here, and I think, yes, Davkos even sees the player there. Stavin will land one of these kills, but overall, this is looking like a pretty good scenario here for the likes of Fragsters. With that force spike, they have been able to overwhelm their opponents, and of course, if anyone's going to be facing economical issues, it's going to be Team Spirit on the back of them losing this round. You can actually see, we do get to see the economical situation here for Team Spirit. I'll tell you something, folks. It's looking bad. It's pretty bad here for the CAS team. I think they're gonna have to go for a similar situation like Fragsters were in. For a similar play, that is. That is to try to go for the force bar. That's what they have done. Half of the players have invested on the back of them keeping that 1-8 WP and the rifle to work with. They have netted themselves a somewhat decent purchase, and their seminar doesn't look like Stavin will find any success going for the vent dive. Sophic from the mini garage is able to see that ploy. And we'll find the first kill here for Team Spirit. Overall, we do get to see two of the Fragsters players very close by towards the red container. So I wonder if they're going to continue on their pursuit here towards Secret Deathghost. Another good kill here on outside. Did Torben definitely heard the player there. He's hoping a guy to make the flank here, and A&J sees Coldy. Not bad, not bad. The Fragsters players definitely have a bit more room to work with, as they have been able to shut down one of the flanking players that he decided pushing through radio. However, Young, yeah, it looks like he's going to be playing a bit more passive here towards ramp. It kind of looked like he was anticipating to continue on with that push, but since his teammate was shut down, he's going to be a bit more careful in his approach. Torben seems to be making his way towards the ramp, hoping to find any of these kills for his teammates, really, because the majority of their players, I think they're in the outside area, aren't they? Let's see. We have... Oh, no. That ain't it. Lawman and A&J, they have been able to sneak past through. They are close by the B bomb site. With 25 seconds remaining, they are going to continue on with their push here. They are able to eliminate Dima. And I think there's only one more player there on the side remaining. Samdayang is there. Davkos wins a crucial fight. And now Lawman, even though he ends up killing Samdayang, with only 12 seconds remaining, can he actually get the bomb plant in? Because Sophic very much close by the orange door, and yes, he will find that kill. And with that being said, that's going to be the second round here for Fragsters. They end up losing right after a proper investment. So yes, it looks like it's just going to have to be another eco. Or, wouldn't be too surprised if it is in fact a force buy. Guys like Stavin, A&J sitting around, what shall I say, below $2,000. Whereas his other teammates, Lama, Torben, Dragonfly can make the proper investment here. So because of this uneven economical situation, yeah, it seems to be making a lot of sense to try to go for a simple... Wait, so will it be an eco or the force buy? I don't really get it. Okay, Stavin decides to buy the AK. Lama goes for the force buy, and the other guys should follow suit. Yes, they will. So it's going to be another force buy here from Fragsters. They have invested in the proper pistols. Can't really say they have the most amount of utility in the world, but there's definitely some to work with. Wonder how they're gonna approach this one, Fragsters. They have 4 of their players close by the aim bomb site towards that orange door and the hut. And it looks like they're all just gonna try to go in there still simultaneously and trying to find some of these kills, but they're getting absolutely demolished here by Team Spirit. They're able to hold this one down. They have players locking down this push. It is, of course, a very tight choke point, whether you're coming in through the hut or the orange door. You can get very easily overwhelmed by the CTs. It's a bit of a shame how that one turned out for Fragsters, but we will see now, Team Spirit. With 5 rounds here on the CT side, Team Fragsters only with 2 to work with. That's obviously not a lot. They're definitely still in position to acquire a couple more rounds here on the T side, that's for certain. But for now, only 2 rounds to work with. Ain't looking too good here for Fragsters, and of course, this round is but a mere eco, a full eco to be exact. So I'm not really sure if Fragsters are going to be able to get anything done here. Only the Glocks. Only 5 Glocks and 1 flashbang here from Loma. Can actually overwhelm the ramp player. Doesn't look to be too likely as Dima is able to rack up kills. And probably an ace for him, as it's only 1 more kill shy away for the ace. And the ace it will be 6 rounds here for Team Spirit. And finally, Fragsters can make the purchase. The purchase is coming through. We will see that Team Spirit have built up a decent amount of bank when you look at it. You have 5 of the players who are sitting around, Actually, Softpick is the one who's sitting around $3,500, but his other team is, they're sitting quite comfortably with around 6,000 and 7,000. So honestly, Team Spirit, on the back of them winning these consecutive rounds, they have built up quite the economy, looking quite good for them. Which is something I can't really say for Fragsters. In fact, Torben, there's a bit of a gap in the smoke. He doesn't anticipate. And there's in fact a guy there. Dima is now able to shut down 2 of these Fragsters players. And as they continue on rushing towards the ramp area, well, they're gonna have to face some of these some CT players here on the base side. Wait. Let's see. Team Fragsters. Couple of the guys seem to want to try to make their way up heaven. Something looking towards the heaven area. He is only able to shut down one, but Coley finds the second one. And right about now, there's only one player remaining here. That's, of course, Dragonfly on the A-bomb side. Team of Spirit haven't even spotted the bomb, and they think they realize what the player is at. Coley, though, there was some miscommunication, it looked like. Coley was still looking towards the upper area, even though his teammate was clearly killed by a guy who was already on the bomb side. Even though that looked like a pretty big mistake, it didn't really cost him too much here, Team Spirit. And right now, 7 rounds here for the Russian side, and for Fragsters, it is looking pretty bad here on the T side of Nuke. They will go for a partial buy, it seems like. Some of those upgraded pistols, and that's about it, really. Some of those upgraded pistols, the CZs, the P250s. Some of the guys have Kevlar to work with, but it's obviously not looking too good here for Fragsters. They're going to have to be very precise in their deagle shots if they want to try to get anything done here. Oh, not bad, Daft Cost. We'll find the kill here in Llama, but the remaining Danes seem to want to try to make their way towards the secret area. Let's see if they can actually get anything done here. In fact, I think there's only 2 players looking towards the B side here, so Team Spirit might just have a difficult time defending this bomb site. Dima, though, is able to shut them down. He is tapping away. But of course, there's Samda Young with the auto shot. Yep, close and personal, as he'd want to be with an auto shotgun. Now Stavin will hit the ground. That's going to be 8 rounds here for Team Spirit. Their city side is looking pretty prosperous. It is looking quite fine. And Fragsters, yes, they will make the proper investment here. There's going to be rifles to work with, and AWP in the hands of Dragonfly. So maybe the AWP is something they really need at this point. Maybe it's the one gun that can actually help them find some of these openings. See, though, I was maybe hoping to see a bit of a faster play here on the A bomb side here from Fragsters, but that's not really the case. If anything, the outside players are the ones making moves, and they're getting shut down. Finally, Stavin comes in here from the hut, it seems like. I think it's a bit too late. However, ooh, look at Llama go. Shame how he didn't get to see a single kill there from Llama's POV, but he single-handedly opens up the A bomb site. And there's only 2 more players remaining here for Team Spirit. It's Stavkos and Sotvik, and I think because they have so much money, it would make sense to try to go for the retake here, especially with Sotvik finding that kill. He's going to continue on pushing here for the hut. Looks like Stavin anticipates the player to be there. The Molotov forces him out of position. Sotvik, can he find the kill? Apparently he can't, and now it's all down to Stavkos on the bomb site. And with the last bullet remaining, Stavin will find a perfect headshot on Stavkos. Well placed headshot indeed. Well, we are seeing a pause taking place. Not really sure which team has decided to go for the pause. If I make the assumption, it probably is a team like Fragsters that have decided to go for the pause. It would make a lot of sense to me. They are losing quite heavily here at the terrorist side of Nuke. For those who are interested, the scoreline is obviously 8 rounds here for Team Spirit and only 3 for Fragsters. And as the first half is coming to a close, obviously 3 rounds are simply not enough on the terror side of Nuke. But wait, what? How many rounds? There's still remaining. There's, well, still 5 rounds to be played out here. So maybe Fragsters can actually improve their situation on Nuke. Obviously, if they're able to acquire 3 of those 5 rounds, that'd be quite a decent T-side, if you ask me. That'd be quite the decent T-side if they're going to be able to pull it off. But of course, they will have to face off against the likes of Team Spirit, who will make a proper investment here. They have loads of money to do so. So I wouldn't be too surprised if, again, the AWPs do end up coming out. With those sniper rifles in place, I mean, Fragsters have been able to, well, shall I say, Fragsters have had a difficult time overwhelming the AWPs, especially a man like Davkos, who's been doing a solid job towards the outside area. Like, he's been impenetrable, pretty much. What, every single time we've been able to spectate Davkos, he's been able to get at least 1 or 2 kills. The man's been a beast in the outside area, and in general, you know, the Team Spirit players are doing a very solid job in this defensive. Guys like Someday Young singing 14 kills. He's one of the A-bomb set anchors, and like I said, he's been doing a very solid job. Dima as well, and in fact, Someday Young has disconnected from the server. So if Dima has disconnected, oh, pardon me, Someday Young has disconnected. Does he have sort of issues with the unit? I hope not. I really do hope not. Oh yeah, that's true. 4 rounds. Sorry about my maths. It's the 12th round, the 13th round, the 14th, and the 15th. Those are 4 rounds, not 5. I'm bad at math. I truly am. Never was my strong suit, to be honest. If any of you are good at math, well, I salute you, my sirs. That is a pretty good quality. If you're good at math, you're probably good at logic. If you're good at logic, you're probably good at something like coding. Something again, I've tried out coding. Can't really say it worked out for me. It's definitely a skill that requires a lot of, not only patience, I'd say the word, but a lot of precision. And, well, that's not my strong suits now, is it? Oh, there we go. Looks like Someday is back in the server. So I guess because he's back, we should be able to continue on with our little matchup here. Not really sure what you meant by that, the monkey. I'm not really sure if that's the word that I would associate with coding. Like, a lot of the people that are doing coding are very smart individuals, I'd say. Maybe not necessarily the most socially inept ones, but I mean, it also depends on the persons you end up meeting. But for me, like the guys that I've met that do coding as a profession, like, they're very solid individuals. Very great people. Anyhow, Fragsters right now showing how you must take outside with some of those smoke grenades they have deployed, and they have been able to cross through, yet Sodvik finds the kill through the smoke. So that's obviously not a very good thing there for the likes of Fragsters. In fact, there's a second, a third one, the 4th kill now working out here for Team Spirit. There's nothing Fragsters can do at this point. There's only lonesome Dragonfly towards the secret area. Or actually, no, he's in the garage himself. Someday Young with the auto shotty, of course. He's back at the server. The first gun he ends up buying is obviously the auto shotgun, obviously. Oh, this is the Mountain Dew League. The 30th season of the Mountain Dew League. It is pretty much, the Mountain Dew League is a division that's below the Pro League. So, say you have a high standing in the Mountain Dew League. you're able to qualify to something like a SL Pro League, which is the highest league in World Counter-Strike, where some of the best teams end up playing. Obviously, this round is pretty much over. Like, Fragsters only with some of those upgraded pistols, and they are pretty much on a full-on eco, it seems like. Team Spirit, 9 rounds to work with. In fact, Davkos, another flick from him. Granted, it was a player with only a Glock for sure, but it's always nice to see a flick of the wrist. Yeah, this round is pretty much over here for Fragsters. It kind of looks like they will have their 10th round here on the CT side. For those who are maybe tuning in right now, it's been primarily a one-sided affair here. I'm not sure how ANJ is able to get that kill. It looks like he had a very long, decent amount of time to actually aim on the player's head, but overall, yes, that will be the 10th round here for Team Spirit, and Fragsters now will make the purchase here. They have to at this point, really. They don't really have the most amount of rounds to work with. So even with the purchases they've got here to the Galeals, the AK-47s, they must try and accomplish something here. Is that actually... Yeah, there's one of the players in the smoke grenade here and outside. Will be spotted out. Apparently it will stab, and well done by him. Ooh, that was not sure why we decided to switch to third-person mode. Looks like GoTV has a mind of its own. Davkos getting softened up here. Gotta be quite careful about that one, Davkos. It still looks like, yeah, Dima with the AUG. It's obviously Dima with the AUG finding those kills in outside. There's only 2 more players remaining here. Like, what's going on here, GoTV? You have a mind of your own, don't you? This is the second time we see third person coming in. It does look quite dynamic, not gonna lie, but in a game of Counter-Strike, I prefer looking at it from the POV perspective. The first person POV. Anyhow, 11 rounds here for Team Spirit, only 3 here for Fragsters. So it ends up looking like a pretty one-sided half, if you ask me. There's only 1 more round to work with here, so we'll see if the likes of Fragsters can get it done. It will be quite difficult. I mean, let's be real. Again, what's up with the third person coming in? There's going to be a straight-up push into the 8 bomb set here, and in fact, no, it's not a push into the 8 bomb set. The players have decided to go to the vent dive, and I think if you're a Team Spirit, you obviously will realize what's going on here, that this will be a bomb plant on the base site. And of course, the retake will commence. It will be a 5-4 retake, in which Team Spirit have the advantage, though. Nicely done there by Dima. Of course, there's going to be players coming in from all directions here from Spirit, and again, one of the players has disconnected. I'm not really sure what's going on here. So looks like we're just going to continue on playing with this retake here. It's Team Spirit with very good positions right now. Dragonfly will still find the kill in that area. But overall, looks like the defuse will come in. Coley looking towards 1 doors, and wait, is the defuse coming in? It is! It is! And that is going to be 12 rounds here for Team Spirit. And only 3 for Fragsters. Yes, it is important to note that this is a CT-sided map. I'd say with the addition of the rafters that we do get to see in the outside area, it has made things a bit better for the T side. Which I will say this, I mean, 3 rounds on the T side is still not really acceptable. In the nowadays meta of Counter-Strike, you'd love to see like maybe 5 or maybe 6 rounds here. That'd be perfect here for Team Spirit, but right now with 3 rounds, that is very little. Like, I'm being very simple and honest about it. It is very little rounds to work with. It's still possible to get something done, don't get me wrong, but it is going to be quite hard here for the likes of Fragsters. And imagine, if they end up losing the pistol round, that's pretty much it. That could be very much GG on the very first map. Well, shall I say, on this best of 1, Fragsters versus Team Spirit, of course. I am saying this the first map. There's still going to be a lot of MDL games to cast. This is going to be one of them. I think the game after this one will be Ex-Fragsters versus Alliance, if I recall correctly. I think that's going to be that game. Not really sure if it's on the list, but it should be that one. And overall, yeah, this seems to be like a pretty good scenario here for Team Spirit. Should be able to close this one out, especially, well, if they end up winning the pistol round. But overall, with this intermission taking place, it's going to be interesting to see what Fragsters come up with. I think coming into this matchup, I'm not really sure which team you would regard as the favorite in this one. I haven't really taken a look at the odds, but from what I can tell, I mean, Team Spirit, teams that have been able to qualify for the major, imagine, I mean, I think that Team Spirit definitely had a chance coming into this matchup. It's a team that, with them now qualifying to the major, they have a very good scenario to actually practice with some of the teams that are at the major, and I'm almost certain that these guys are playing from a land environment in Poland right now, because they're very much close by to the main qualifier. Right now, Team Spirit, they are making a very fast push here at the B bomb site through the ramp and all of that. There's one player, Llama, to try and stop this push, but it's overall not looking too good here for Fragsters. However, Llama with him dropping his bomb here. Look at this. There's 2 kills for Team Spirit. The bomb should be recovered, and it should be a bomb plan. Sotpic. He's crazy. 7 points of health. Goes in for the white peak. Wins that fight. Well done, Sotpic. I mean, that's the thing you have to do in a scenario like that. You're so low on HP, so you want to try to go for the white peak and get that kill. Sotpic tries his luck again, but he can't do it. Now it's going to be Torben. Has Torben been here all the time here at the B bomb site? I didn't even notice it. But apparently, that's the bomb now dropped on the B site, and now it's all up to Dima. Yes, he finds that kill. Now Dima left in a one-on-one against Stavin. Dima will probably plant the bomb here at the B site. However, he has no idea about the positioning of Stavin, and Stavin is right behind the orange door. He opens it up, and he will find that kill on Dima. Plenty of time to get the defuse in. Some BN coming in. And of course, oh, Stavin. Oh, he's defiling that corpse now, isn't he? He's quite satisfied about winning that one. That's going to be 4 rounds here for Fragsters. And with them getting the 4th round here. Well, let's see if their comeback can begin. Of course, the thing here for Fragsters is that they will need to find consecutive round wins. That's the most important thing I want to note. They will need to get consecutive round wins. Like, if they're gonna... It's a good job they ended up winning the piss round, that's for certain, but imagine if they end up losing this one. That's going to be a very heartbreaking scenario here for Fragsters. The good thing is, though, they are going up against players with only pistols. I mean, you know, the clock's here, Team Spirit, so it should be quite easy for Fragsters. But, again, with Counter-Strike, I mean, I'll say this, you should never count out the pistols. Like, they can be quite insane at times. Here, though, okay, overwhelmed Dragonfly in this position. There's going to be a lot of players shooting on Dragonfly. They will find that kill. But overall, I mean, this being an eco, if anything, Team Spirit want to try to do as much damage as possible here for the CT side economy. So, I'm not sure if that's going to be working out for them too well. That's not a bad shot there on Stavin. Well, the CTs has been softened up. Let's see what's going on here. NJ finds the first skill in one of these players, and in fact, Dafkos has recovered the scout, so maybe he can do some serious work with said scout. That's gonna be the first skill to his name. Well, with the scout, that is. He already found 2. So it's overall pretty much gonna come down to him trying to do more damage, but I mean, as far as ecos are concerned, that's not too bad of a round there for Team Spirit. They have been able to find 2 kills, and with those 2 kills, it means they have left a bit of a dent on the Fragsters economy. Right now, we'll see how this one's going to turn out. Team Spirit will have the proper investment here, and it's Fragsters who will try to defend this push. Already, Team Spirit players heading towards outside, trying to get it as fast as possible. It doesn't look like any of the CTs will try to stop them anytime soon. Looks like we will see a swift push here from Team Spirit. They're making their way to the 8 bomb site. They have overwhelmed one of the defenders, the second defender. There's one more at the bomb site itself. There's one guy in the lobby area. They may not anticipate this crossfire, and it's a good one here from Fragsters and Stavin from the Flames. Pretty good shot from him. And now it's all the Dafkos left in a 1-on-3. He realizes the second guy's positioning on the third one. He sees where he's stationed at. There's so much time to work with here for a man like Davcost. So right now, definitely has time on his side, but so does A&J. If anything, A&J's got the angle, and yes, he will find that kill on Davcost. Well done here by the likes of Fragsters. They have been able to stop this T-side offensive, which was quite quick here in the A-bomb site. And right now, I think, yeah, the likes of Team Spirit, they might have to go for it. Seems to be, yeah, just another eco, pardon me. Eco is the right term. Team of Spirit. They have made their way towards Secret. There's going to be Stavin looking towards the Secret area. If anything, with him dropping the bomb carrier there, that's well done here by Stavin already. Then he's going to follow up. There's going to be 3 kills for Stavin. With that bomb being dropped and it being in the possession of Fragsters, they seem to be like a done route. I'm not sure if Slotfic could do anything at this point. It is a 1-on-4. Then, in fact, yes, that's going to be 7 rounds here for Fragsters. Pretty well done. Pretty well done there by Fragsters, and most importantly, Stavin, he did such a great job. Not only was able to find the first kill, but I mean, him going towards the vent and then going for a straight up pre-fire, expecting players to go there. I mean, that was really well done by him. Some great, well placed shots, and his team ends up winning the 7th round here. Well, and you look at that, slowly but surely, it does look like Fragsters try to even up the scoreline here. But obviously, I mean, I'd still say it is quite the long way to go here for them to secure a victory. In fact, if you want to try to secure a victory, they still need 9 more rounds here on the CT side. It's quite a long journey. It's definitely possible, don't get me wrong, but we'll see if Frax is going to have the aptitude to do so. Already, Team Spirit have been able to sneak past through the outside defensive. In fact, one of their players is already down Secret. And it kind of looks like they're just going to continue on pushing on the safe bombs. They also have players coming out for the little garage. And overall, there seems to be only one more player here on the side. So they overwhelm him. And they should be able to stop this one. But there's a rotation. There's a second guy on the site. And now it's only some Stavin here. Actually, no, it's Dragonfly here on the side. With the 8 he finds the flick. There's still 2 more players to find here. They know his position, but overall, they see, yes, they do. And this with Stavin in the back lines. Now they know the position here of Dragonfly. They don't necessarily have to try and peek him at this point. They could just simply go towards the B side. However, they're going to continue on with their push, and they will overwhelm Dragonfly. That's going to be the very first round here for Team Spirit on the T side of Nuke. And most importantly, oh no. Ex-Fragsters, they don't have any money remaining. Pretty much. Because they ended up losing the previous round, the economy has been reset, and they will go for a force away. It seems like guys like Stavin even have an AWP to work with, but the other players like Torben, Lana, only the pistols, A&J with the AUG, and actually Stavin ends up dying first. I'm not sure why did he decide to go in the middle of open and get easily overwhelmed by Coley. That didn't seem to make a lot of sense. I'd say from his POV, it would have been much better to maybe hold on towards the garage or even go towards the ramp area. That would have made a lot more sense. I'm not really sure what Stavin was doing there. And not only does he end up dropping the AWP, there's not a single player that can recover said sniper rifle. So that starts looking awful for Fragsters. It's looking bad. Pretty bad. So what? There's the grenades being deployed over the A-bomb site. Looks like Team Spirit just going to continue on with their push here. They were able to find 2 kills. There's a very high probability there's very little defenders on the A-bomb site, if anything. Well, worst case scenario, there's 3 of them. But no, it's all but an elaborate fake. The other players is heading towards the B-bomb site, but there's still some pretty good frags that have been found here by Fragsters. They have been able to pull it back to a 3-on-2, and most importantly, Davkos is here in the outside area. He's not really part of the action. Right now, good thing for Someday Young. Finds a kill here in Dragonfly. It looks like they will head back towards the A-bomb site. Players end up leaving ramp, heading on to the heaven area, and Coley will be able to plant the bomb. Looks like A&J is making a lot of noises there through Garage, and that's going to be the 14th round here for Team Spirit. They're very much on the brink of actually winning themselves the map here. And overall, it looks like this just has to be a simple eco here for Fragsters, doesn't it? The players don't really have anything to work with, so yes. Looks like it will be a simple eco, and most importantly, another opportunity for Team Spirit to get themselves a victory. Well, shall I say victory, but I mean, for getting themselves one more round here. Looks like the Danes have decided to go for what seems to be a bit of a stack here. I'm not sure will their stack be the most successful one out there. They have their players here towards outside, which, I mean, them having only the mere pistols, the outside area may not be the best place of stacking, but let's see if they can get anything done here. It looks like one of the guys, Sotfik, is lining up, flashes towards outside. He might just be overwhelmed by these guys with the pistols, and right now, yes, that's pretty much the case. Sotfik ends up dying. He ends up giving away a Mac 10. So that's not the biggest of losses. It is a bit of a shame that Someday Young ends up killing his own teammate Dima there. That wasn't supposed to happen. And overall, I mean, Team Spirit, they're still in a very much good position to actually end up winning this round. Even though Fragsters do make the rotation back towards the B bomb site, it's not very clear whether Team Spirit will continue on pushing on this B side. Right now, with 38 seconds remaining, they have to make up their mind, and they're still looking towards the ramp area. I think, yes, now they will commit to the bomb site push here. In fact, bomb plane is coming in. Coley being overwhelmed, but he still finds 2 kills with a spray transfer. And overall, this seems to be like a good round here for Team Spirit. There's one of the players burning through the flames. Not too shabby there, Savin. He does have the AK-47 picked up with 44 points of health. He might just try to go for this retake, but it's not going to be the easiest of ones. Someday Young's got the angle. That's going to be 15 here for Team Spirit and 7 for Fragsters. And yeah, this could possibly be the very last round for a matchup here. Fragsters are going for the full-on investment. They have 4 of the players buying up the AUGs, one of them, and 8 will be in the hands of Stavin. So there's a lot of rounding in this round here for Fragsters. If they want to continue on with their comeback, they have to start off with a round like this. They have to end up winning it. If not, this could very much be a GG. Team Spirit have deployed some very quick smoke grenades towards the outside area. And in fact, they're rushing towards Secret. Stavin is down here towards the staircase. They're able to find the first heal. There's a lot more players to come. And I'm not sure if he can survive that one. Someday Young though finds a kill on A&J, who was very much close by. It still looks like Team Spirit are going to continue on with their push here, but Stavin still finds a kill, and most importantly, he dropped the bomb, so this is looking pretty bad here for Spirit. I'm not sure if they can stop this thing. Like, this defensive here from Stavin, it's a solid one, I'll give you that. And Sotfik, last man standing here, making his way towards Secret. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pull off the 1-on-4. It would be nice, but it will be quite difficult. The bomb's not even in his position. And it looks like Stavin has got the angle. So this should be a round. And in fact, it will. 8 kills here. Oh, pardon me. 8 rounds here and 4 kills for Stavin. And that's going to be a... Is that a reset economy? Yeah, it kind of looks like that. The economy has been quite reset here for Team Spirit. But if they end up dropping double AKs for their teammates, that should be good enough. They should be able to have the investment. No, they don't? That's interesting. Because Dafkos could have easily dropped an AK-47. Someday Young could have dropped an AK-47. And they could very easily have an investment here for Team Spirit. But they decided to play it safe. Maybe even, I'd say, a bit too safe. That's quite interesting. Good shot there from Dragonfly. He's one of the operators here for Fragsters that's looking towards the outside area. They have an interesting setup here with the sniper rifles, I guess I could call it. Fragsters have got 1 player holding towards Secret with a sniper rifle nonetheless. Oh, Stavin! How does he miss that shot? He should have been able to get that shot easily. Oh, man. Now he has to back out. He has to get his ass out of there. We'll be able to retreat. But I do wonder, what will Team Spirit do at this point? They have some of their players in the outside area, so I think they're just going to try to group up here and try to hit the A-bomb, so that seems to be one of the more reasonable things to do. And it looks like with Team Spirit, 2 players now remaining. That's going to be Coldy and Sophic. This is pretty much round over. And in fact, it is. So Team Spirit, they decide to go for it. Seems to be a bit of an equal that round. But here they will have a proper purchase. They have the rifles to work with. Not sure if Dafkos will try to go for sniper rifle, though he does have enough money to purchase one. And in fact, no. There's going to be rifles throughout the entirety of Team Spirit's side. So we might just be able to see a bit of faster play, so to speak. There's going to be a faster play coming in. You obviously want to have the rifles to work with. Oh, there's some early exchanges here at the A-bomb set. I'm not sure why we're looking at Stavin's POV. There's going to be Team Spirit now taking over the A-bombs, and in fact, there's only 2 players are here remaining for Fragsters, and in fact, both of them are with the ops. Team Spirit have got themselves full bombs control, and now it's all up to Stavin and Dragonfly and try and stop this one. Stavin just running and gunning with an 8 OP of his, and in fact, there's a second kill there from Stavin. I'm not sure why GoToV isn't able to get a single kill. This is looking bad. This is looking very bad here for Fragsters. Though Stavin can actually find one more kill here. There it is. There's a 3rd kill here for Stavin, and somehow they're able to pull it back. Stavin, 13 points for him. It's all up to Sumdang. He knows the positioning of Sumdang. And of course, slowly but surely he's shifting on him. Can he see the player? Yes, he can, but he can't find that kill. That's going to be a round here for Team Spirit, and they will be able to close it out. Can't really say that was... that was a good try. That was a really good attempt there by Stavin, but of course, it's going to be a victory here for Team Spirit. Guys, thank you all for tuning in. There's going to be a lot more EC action happening tonight, so stay tuned here at the Vortex Entertainment channel, as we'll be right back with some more Counter-Strike.